Yes, lastly for today, we are going to be looking at the distinction between change in quantity supply and change in supply. Is that clear? Change in quantity supply is not the same thing as change in supply. Two of them are not the same thing. You understand? And it can easily be seen from their graphs. From their what? Graphs. This is a graph of change in quantity supply. Can you see it? It's only one curve. Is that clear? Only one curve. But this is a graph of what? Change, shift or change in what? Supply. You understand? Whenever you're talking about change in quantity supply, you're talking about movement from this point. Can you see this point? What is the implication of this point? At the price of 20, what is the quantity supply? 30. So it moved from this point to another point where at the price of 50, the quantity supply is what? 40. Is that clear? So movement on the curve, this is one curve, known as the what? The supply curve. If it moves from one point of the curve to another point, then we are having what we call change in quantity what? Supply. Because there is a change in quantity supply. The quantity supply here was what? 30. But it has changed to what? 40. Is that not clear? Quantity supply here is 30. Quantity supply here is what? 40. Due to the changing what? Price. Is that clear? But here we have what we call shift or change in supply, which is the total movement of this supply curve. Can you see the supply curve here? It moved from one point to the what? Other. This total movement of the curve to another point. This is S2, supply curve 2. So here we have two supply curves, isn't it? Because there is a movement from this one to this one. But here there is only one supply curve. But there is a movement from one point on the curve to the what? Other. Is that clear? And that is the whole essence of the distinction between change in quantity supply and the change in what? Supply. Change in quantity supply is the movement from one point to another on a supply curve. Movement from one point to another on a what? Supply curve. And it could be increase or what? Decrease. Understand? It's either is increasing or is decreasing. But now we have what we call shift or change in supply, which is the shift of a supply curve to an entirely new position. This supply curve is shifting to an entirely new position, is it not? It is of two types. It could be what? Increase or what? Decrease. Is that clear? So whenever you have two supply curves, then we are talking about what? Shift or change in supply. But when you have one, you are talking about what? Change in quantity supply. Is that clear? So that is the main difference between change in quantity supply and change in supply. Here there is one curve. It is actually the movement from one point of the curve to the other. Whereas here there is total shift of the curve to a new entirely new position. Is that clear? Is that clear? Good.